Namaste. Pranams. Last few weeks I've been sitting almost every day at 10 o'clock at our stage building in order to meet some abhyasis and try to interact with them. Each time I remain puzzled. Same questions, same problems, different faces, of course. All these questions which are arising at a mental level, family problems, social problems, health related problems. I think our masters have deliberately dealt with them in a very clear cut manner. Problem is, most of us do not read all the new understanding, newer revelations are shared in writings, in talks, writings through books, writing through messages, writing through the articles in patrikas. Millions of people practicing, but we have not reached even a few thousand magazine distribution. If you are really, really interested in knowing more, not just about worldly problems, solving them, but how to even develop higher level of understanding, getting the glimpses of what divinity is all about. All these are very important to understand. Suppose your father says, "My son, don't do this." My grandchildren and my sons, they have taught me big lessons. Even when you tell them don't do it, they deliberately do it. Why? Number one is ego. Even when in very early age of 2 and 3, they rebel. Little ones may rebel because their ego is now, identity is now developing. Saying yes means accepting others. Often we take it as if I accept these things, somebody is having authority over me, and so they rebel. Adults also. Some children will say, "Papa, I don't want to do this." They may say very respectfully, "Fine." Another set of children, they will say, "I will never do this." But in back of their mind, they are willing to understand why did my father say so. And then later on, what was not accepted, they begin to accept. That pause is required to understand why of every request. As abhyasis, when you when we ask a question to our masters, there are answers which are printed. A lot of us still want to clarify in person. How is it going to be different? Unless and until I meditate over that answer, reflect on it, contemplate over it. But even to understand, to meditate over it, to contemplate over it, you have to have some awareness. You have to know your problem very clearly. Secondly, you must read the books. Only when you don't find the answers, you meditate again and again, contact your preceptors, discuss among other brothers and sisters. Even when you say, oh, my daughter is suffering, her husband is beating her every day. I received a long Hindi letter from one sister who is sending me the letter for another sister. Just got it yesterday. And when I saw the picture of our sister Vyasi, she's so devoted to Sahaj, but her husband has a ritual. Once, twice a week, he beats her up. She's asking me these questions. And many times, at least I get such questions at least once a week. To all these problems of violence, be it violence because of the family members or because of the business partners or be it because of the neighbors, don't bring them to me, please. There is a social order, there is a legal problem solution team. Not with us. You can complain to police. But before you complain to police, you have to have facts, proof. I say that so and so abuses me, will not do. You have to have proof. Do you want to lead a life like that? Or are you afraid that what if this financial help will not be there? What do you really want? You want freedom or you want slavery? If someone, Babuji Maharaj used to say, if someone abuses you, you have to yourself become counter-offensive with a greater force. I must counter it with greater force. Mahabharata is all about that. If one lesson we have to learn from Mahabharata, it is this, that end justifies the means. Life of Kunti also reflects that. But the social structure was such that having a child before marriage, it's a black dot on your life. But if she had accepted it, then Karna would have proudly moved around with Pandavas and there would not have been war. Was it fault of Kunti? No. It was the fault of the society at large who could not, and even today, society cannot accept premarital births. I'm not an advocate of all this, but that was a very unique situation. Conception was via mantras. And it's a fact that she could invoke any nature's power and have conception. Willpower of today's is sadly lacking even amongst the best of us. We cannot invoke anything. We cannot invoke even our own hearts, let alone other powers of nature.